It's no secret that I've been playing a hell of a lot of this game. I swear it's not an addiction, man. I can quit anytime I want, I swear. So much so that I keep discovering really neat stuff, either by playing the game or hearing about it from friends. So allow me once again to showcase more tips and secrets that you probably didn't know about each heist in Payday 3. Before we get to the heist specific ones, I want to talk about two gameplay mechanics that are not so well known. Let's say you're doing a stealth run and there is a guard standing exactly where you need to get through, but his ass is not moving. You could wait there forever until the end of time, or if you equip your stealth build with a throwing knife, you can use it as a distraction.
What did I just hear?
I know, it blew my mind too when I first saw it. I had no idea that the developers actually implemented this super helpful feature. An extremely important thing, however, make sure that you do not have the skill selected, which will make your knife not break on impact, because guards will see it as a suspicious object and start the search.
We need a grid by grid search. Something is up!
The next one might already be known to a lot of you, but I still see people struggle with loot bags. Since the physics are less floaty than Payday 2, moving a lot of them for a long path can become a chore, especially if you're playing alone. Instead of throwing them while standing still, try launching them during a sprint. They'll travel more than double the distance. Better yet, if you slide and then throw them, they'll travel closer to the ground, rolling just a bit furthermore. Once you're able to master this very simple mechanic, you'll be clearing any vault in a heartbeat. Let's start off with the heist specific stuff by telling you how to always know where the escape van is going to show up on loud. Whenever you get to the main road, keep an eye out for the big SWAT truck blocking the street. Whichever side he picks is the side that you don't want to be on. Get to the opposite side and start stockpiling your money. The van will arrive shortly after.
Found the gap.
Park. Hustle up and throw the bags in.
I also have an addition from the previous video where I've mentioned the location of the 3 safes. What I didn't know back then is that the one located next to the offices upstairs has a chance of spawning inside of the office room itself. So if you've looked for it and found only a buggy shadow, now you know that the safe didn't just disappear. Yet another addition from the previous video, this time thanks to a lot of your comments. While you're setting up the path for the van, don't forget to open up the fence to create a secondary path. To do so, you can simply follow the wire from the gate to the fuse box and interact with it. Once you're escorting the vehicle, there is a 50-50 chance that instead of turning right, it'll pass through the fence on the left, reaching the final destination much faster. This trick could end up saving your run, especially on the overkill difficulty, so it's worth doing it every time. Also, I want to take the occasion to say that I'm aware that the game has special heist-related favors. However, they're earned only randomly after completing a heist. Sometimes you won't even be earning one at all, which is why you won't see me advising you to select a specific one in these types of videos, since they're so limiting. That being said, if you ever get the loot extraction point for this heist, only use it for very hard or overkill difficulty attempts, since it'll make the whole process of securing bags a whole lot easier, instead of having to throw all the loot towards the chopper while you're being rained down with bullets from every corner. Anyway, to be clear, this will be the only mention in this video about those specific heist related favors. Don't waste it. While heisting around, you probably found a poster for Erwin, a missing cat. While the name of this kitty and the description of this poster is an obvious reference to Erwin Schrödinger's cat paradox, in the Dirty Ice heist, if you go to the back alley, you can hear some faint meows coming from the storm drain. There is no confirmation that this is actually Erwin. Nevertheless, this is the only distressed cat you can hear in the whole game, so it's gotta be him. Please, Starbreeze, let us save him.
Finders keepers.
A lot of people have been asking in the other video how to get the manager to open up the workshop without triggering the assault. So let me explain it as clearly and quickly as possible. First of all, make sure to inspect the workshop's entrance inside the VIP room to trigger the objective. After that, you're gonna need to access the basement. The keypad code is gonna be either the manager's employee number, the Wi-Fi password, or a scribble in the VIP room. Once you're through, you'll have to crack the safe in the small room and snap some pictures of the documents. You'll have to get back upstairs, get into the manager's office and patch Shade through the phone. She'll threaten the manager into leaving the jewelry store passing from the VIP room. Wait for her over there, grab her and let her kindly open the door for you. Easy as pie. By now you're probably tired of that goofy ass music to distract the bouncer, or maybe not, I'm not one to judge. And you'd like to find a way to access the VIP room much faster. Worry not, because if you sneak your way into the room next to the entrance and sprint while leaving it, the bouncers will investigate that suspicious noise coming from that other room. This will give you the opportunity to swipe the keycard and open the door right in front of their incredibly smart faces. There is a catch though. That room won't be marked as a secure area unless you're playing on very hard or overkill, so you won't be able to sprint to get their attention on lower difficulties. Thankfully you can use the knife trick I've mentioned earlier to lure them in.
Thought I heard something.
Congratulations, you've made it downstairs. You're on your way to complete the objectives for the crypto wallet. Most of you know the best way to reach the other side of the room is to get on top of the ventilation system on the right, undetected by all the bystanders on the ground. Well, once you're up there, if you face this side, you will find this little fella. He might be a reference to my friend Pedro, or perhaps the level designer just felt like adding a funny little character. Who knows? For the last tip, if you're planning to forfeit any stealth attempt, this is another heist where the zipline is a must. Some people were confused in the previous video on how to get it, so here's a quick explanation. From the main menu, select the Vendors tab and scroll all the way down. You'll find the 4 purchasable favors, zipline being one of them. I highly recommend you stock up once in a while before heisting. Anyway, for this one, set it up in the elevator shaft and throw all the bags you can find on it. It'll bring them very close to the extraction zone and you won't risk getting stuck in the narrow stairs on the way up. Just got a single tip for this one, which in hindsight it should be obvious since it was even shown in a trailer, but even I wasn't really doing it until recently. Whether you're planning to stealth it or go loud, instead of searching every single room for QR codes to access the art galleries, you can simply climb to the rooftop first and lower yourself to the second floor galleries from the vents or the glass ceiling. Obviously, if you're still going quiet, be careful of any lasers that might spot you. If you manage to open all the top floor rooms, you will only require 3 out of the 7 QR codes for the 3 rooms downstairs. Also, right next to the escape van you can find a sign that, even if it's hard to read, it clearly says "Don't feed the sharks." I ain't no marine biologist, however I doubt that New York is having shark infested water. Oh. So it seems I have missed a pretty clear Easter egg from this heist. Not being an anime fan, the whole thing just flew over my head, so I'm sorry, please don't crucify me. One objective requires you to find the red keycard to progress from one of the loan officer's offices. Those are named Liam Ackerman, Eric Yeager, and Reese's Brown. Those are the family names of some of the main characters from the manga and show Attack on Titan, like Levi Ackerman, Eren Yeager, and Rainer Braun. I wish I could elaborate more, but like I said, I don't really watch anime. In case you're planning to stealth this or simply don't want to wait on the thermite drop, you're gonna need 2 QR codes to open the main containers. They will always be placed on the phones of 2 roaming guards, and their locations are always the same. One is going to be posted near the checkpoint station to the right side from the main entrance. The other one is always going to be on the exact opposite side of the escape zone, near some containers to the left. Just hack them both from behind and get to the zipline. Speaking of which, this one is another heist where if you select the zipline favor, it'll make your life a lot easier, since if you do, it'll always spawn it exactly where you need to deploy it, saving you the trouble of looking for it around the courtyard. A small secret which is quite tricky to see for yourself. If you feel like observing guards in the east wing, eventually one of them will decide to get into this corner to, well, just watch. Go off, king. Once again, we've reached the end, and once more the last heist where the zipline is mandatory if you're going guns blazing. Set it up in the bedroom to easily bring the loot from the vault to the escape zone. As a bonus tip, especially if you're playing alone and don't want the cops to take away your precious loot, you can just not bag any of the jewels and bring all of the money and snow from the panic room to the vault. Then, once the escape is active, go back, bag everything and throw it on the zipline. Easy peasy.
Time to get the fuck out!
Since I've shown you how to stealthily get the manager on dirty ice, I might as well tell you the steps to get Mason safely away from the crowd to open up the panic room. First of all, look for the poison, which can be either in this room near the balcony or any of the bathrooms. Then, wait until the delivery boy brings a nice bottle of whiskey, add the secret sauce and ring the bell.
Alright, now try to make him drink it.
Mason will make a toast and then go throw his guts up in the bathroom underneath the panic room. Now's your chance to grab him and make him scan the eye reader. Just remember to hide him inside of the vault on the higher difficulties though, or a lead guard might spot him. Well, that's it. Once again, I hope at least some of these tips and secrets were completely new to you and will improve your future heisting experiences. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as it always helps out the channel, and let me know if you have found something I haven't or which of the topics discussed today really impressed you. I'm out.